For those of a certain generation, it is a surefire sign of the apocalypse. We have been dragged kicking and screaming into a world filled with political correctness, where the art and beauty of women will no longer be seen and appreciated in a certain form. Of course, to others, it's about time the magazine male bastion of sexism was forced to change its ways and put some clothes on already, will you? However, in the final analysis, neither side is completely correct in concluding why venerable Playboy magazine will no longer feature completely nude females, beginning with their issues next year. That and first questions from this current generation might be, what are these things, magazines and issues you speak of, stranger? Let's talk about articles then, shall we? His latest treatise is entitled Playboy's New Policy of No Nudes is Bad Nudes. One of the sexy time columnists for the Federalist, welcome Rich Cromwell to the Hardline. All right, Rich, let's go ahead and get it out of the way right away. You used to be a subscriber, but no longer, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, why did you then leave behind Playboy magazine?
It's going to sound like such nonsense, but I used to enjoy the women, I'll be honest, but I also enjoyed the articles that had a certain libertarian streak to it. There were some lifestyle things that you didn't have to be a millionaire to enjoy, and they went doctrinaire liberal. And I remember there was one of the advice columns, you know, they had the write-ins, and a guy wrote in, my girlfriend wants to be polyamorous, and I'm really torn about this. And advice to him was, well, you need to embrace this. And I knew it was over when I read
Well, but we
that.
do have to admit, though, just a little bit, Rich, let's be very honest here. They had some of the best writings, some of the best one-on-one interviews. There were actually really good articles in Playboy. But it has kind of taken a dive in recent years because they seem to be trying to reach a very different audience now. Don't they seem to be becoming more like GQ or Esquire these days, maybe with a little bit of a frat boy flair?
That is a very good description of what has happened to Playboy. Not everybody knows it was Jean Grey, isn't that his name? The man who wrote A Christmas Story. Those stories originally appeared in Playboy.
Sure.
So to think about a magazine from days past where you had beautiful women and A Christmas Story, and to think about what it's become now, it's not been managed well.
Well, but let's look at this, because on their now Safe for Work website, that's always, you never thought you'd hear that from Playboy. The staffers there have an article titled Playboy is Doing What? Explaining the move to non-nude magazine. And of course, they go into a tremendous amount of discussion here, basically saying the bunny transcends nudity. Tens of millions of readers come to our website. We are and always have been entertainment for men, award-winning journalism, fiction to boot. Let's be honest. This is about money. Playboy's been losing money for a long time now. The magazine has not done well. So don't they see this more as economic than anything else? This is not necessarily changing mores, but it's about cold hard cash.
Totally. Molly Hemingway, my co-author of the piece, hit that point, and I don't disagree with her. When Maxim came out, I never expected it to score a direct hit, but Maxim apparently scored a direct hit. And Playboy has been losing readers, it's been losing subscribers, losing money. What is it? The majority of their income comes from the bunny, licensing the bunny now. Mm-hmm. So this is purely an economic decision.
So I want to go right back the 60 seconds I had left to your title, Playboy's New Policy of No Nudes is Bad Nudes. Seriously, Rich, will it really make a difference, and can Playboy ever get back to where it once used to be?
I don't think it's going to make a difference. I saw a tweet today from a humor writer who said, Playboy's going to stop publishing nudes, all men under 30. What's a magazine?
Well, but it's also fair to say that this is because of the internet. Look, as somebody has said, in the last 24 hours, you can get porn in 8 seconds. You don't need to go to the magazine stand to buy it anymore.
No, and you can get much more variety than you can get waiting once a month for the glossy spread. So I don't see Playboy surviving this, at least not as a magazine. Maybe some sort of lifestyle marketing brand, but that's it.
It's a tragedy that we older guys have to live with, but hey, Rich, look at it this way. At least we got to see Marge Simpson pose. I mean, doesn't that at least go down as saying something?
That does go down as saying something. I probably could have lived without seeing Marge, but you know.
Okay. I think I just threw up in my mouth just a little bit there, but that's pretty much the way it is. The article, once again, is on the Federalist. Playboy's New Policy of No Nudes is Bad Nudes. Rich Cromwell, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Have a great evening.
All right, stick around. The fastest 60 minutes of news on deck. The killing, though, of a young boy in Cleveland and conclusions in that case. Next on the Hardline. And now this promotional reminder from Newsmax. More than 80 million Americans make up the baby boom generation. The Baby Boomer Survival Guide is here to help you prep for money-saving tips and valuable advice, like a simple but weird trick for bumping up Social Security payment every month, a filing method that can get you $170,000, the best states to move to, low taxes, great services, and fantastic health care, and valuable information on key health screenings that improve longevity. This is the Baby Boomer generation's necessary document. The free offer for the Baby Boomer Survival Guide. Go to newsmax.com/boomerbook or call 800-251-7319. Call us toll free at the number on your screen for the Baby Boomer Survival Guide.